The Honourable Leader of Opposition.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for according me this opportunity to debate and oppose the motion that has been moved by Her Honor the Vice President. Mr. Speaker, as UPND, we have been consistent on our position pertaining to the reinstatement of Bill 10 to the order paper. Our position has not shifted in any way. Mr. Speaker, I'm aware that Her Honor the Vice President is quoting Order 1261 of the Standing Orders of Parliament. And she's talking about these bills lapsing because of prorogation. We as a UPND, we have a very different understanding of this issue, and in particular, the issue that relates to Bill number 10. Mr. Speaker, you may know that Bill number 10 was first introduced on the floor of this House on the 3rd of August, 2019. After 6 months, there was a request to reinstate this particular bill on the order paper. At that time, the House again resolved to reinstate the bill on the order paper. Mr. Speaker, after reinstating this particular bill on the order paper, there was a lapse on the part of government pertaining to this particular bill. They left the bill to lapse on the 4th of June, 2020. That is what happened. As far as we are concerned as UPND, Mr. Speaker, this bill died on the 4th of June. There was an attempt by the Minister of Justice when he wrote a letter to request Parliament to allow him to debate the bill on the 30th of June. Mr. Speaker, you cannot extend a bill that has already lapsed. It had died on the 4th of June. After the death of this particular bill on the 4th of June, 2 weeks later it was cremated. The ashes were thrown in the Zambezi River. They are now in the Indian Ocean. We cannot ourselves as UPND be part of a process which we don't agree with. We cannot be part of a process that is flawed. There is one thing which we know, Mr. Speaker, why the PF is so desperate pertaining to Bill 10. Bill 10, Mr. Speaker, is a ventilator for the PF. That is why they are insisting that this bill be resurrected even when the ashes are in the Indian Ocean. It is because of what the Constitutional Court ruled on the eligibility of the current president. And that is why they are insisting that Bill 10 be brought, because they want to make amendments to Article 52. That is the reason, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, we will not be part and parcel of a flawed process. If you want to pass it, you will pass it on your own. We will not be part and parcel. as we have indicated, we will not be part and parcel with anything that deals with butane. And as a result, Mr. Speaker, I would like to indicate that I'm not going to assist the PF to look for oxygen so that they can put in a ventilator and start living again. There's no way. There's no way. Let them do it alone. Let me also remind the PF. Let me remind the PF. When the MMD brought a bill here on the floor of the House, the PF, because they didn't agree with the amendments that were being floated by the MMD government then, they opened that door and walked out. We are also opening that door, Mr. Speaker, and we will walk out. We will not be part and parcel. If they have the numbers to pass butane, let them pass it on their own. We will not be part and parcel. With those few remarks, Mr. Speaker, with your permission, I'm leaving the chamber.
You can go.